Hi guys, Dr. Walla here with Valeria. She's going to be doing an interview. This is a part of our new series that we're doing now to try to help educate our clients and answer some of the commonly asked questions that we get here at Prestige Animal Hospital in Fontana. So Valeria, you want to go ahead and start with what we're doing today?
Yes, what are lab tests?
Okay, so today's discussion will be talking about lab tests. So lab tests are those basic testings that we do on pets, such as a blood chemistry, complete blood cell counts, urinalysis, fecal testing or stool testing, and cytology, which is a test where we use to test masses. We get a very fine needle, get some of those masses, and put them on a slide to test those.
And are they safe?
You know, testing for the most part, laboratory diagnostics are safe. Everything could have potential side effects, just like people, when you do blood draws, there could be bruising at the site of collection. Cytology is where we test the masses depending on what type of growth or tumor it is. Sometimes this can bleed a little bit more, but generally these lab tests are relatively safe for all pets.
What problems can they detect in our pets?
Lab tests can detect a variety of different problems. So people a lot of times think, oh, I got to do diagnostic testing only when my pets are sick. This is absolutely not correct. Preventative care is worth a ton of mileage to me, in my opinion, because preventative care basically tries to catch things before they happen. So as your pets age, you want to do some diagnostic testing, such as blood work, when they're healthy, so you have a baseline. So when you repeat the blood work, you have something to compare to. A lot of people wait till their pets are sick, and then we have no blood work or other results to compare to. But blood chemistries can detect liver, kidney, pancreatic insufficiencies, so a lot of different internal organ functions that have elevated enzymes that could tell us there's inflammation or insult to those organs. The complete blood cell counts, they tell us your white blood cell count, red blood cell count. Are the pets anemic or have anemia? Essentially means lower red blood cell count. Urinalysis, which we have our in-house urinalysis machine as well. The urinalysis helps to tell us if there are crystals in the urine, is there bacteria in the urine, are they concentrating the urine well, is there sugar in the urine, which pets, a lot of common question is, can pets get diabetes? And yes, that helps detect it. Fecal testing is really important because this has to do with our public health as well. It detects the presence of parasites. You don't need to see worms on stool for there to be parasites. That's why fecal testing is so important, to check for microscopic parasites. And cytologies are essentially the testing of a growth or mass, like we discussed, that we get the cells, put them on a slide to determine what type of mass this is and how aggressive, if so, is this mass, so we know how to approach it.
And how are the lab tests processed?
So we have a couple different ways. We can either run it in-house, in which you can see our in-house setup. We have the urine machine where we can run urine in-house. We have the clotting, so we can check clotting factors, the PT, PTT. We have a Catalyst 1, which runs all our blood chemistries, check internal organ function. And we have a CBC, complete blood count, which detects our red blood cell, white blood cell. We also have a microscope if we're going to do in-house cytology. If we, for whatever reason, we don't feel comfortable running it in-house, or we need to send specialty tests or send it out to the lab, then we also have the capability of sending out the diagnostic test to the laboratory.
And what can I expect when a lab test is needed for my pet?
So what you could expect is essentially how the process works is, after we discuss with you what we're going to do, we take the pet to the treatment area and collect the samples, be it blood, urine, stool, or the mass collection, the cells for the mass from the fine needle aspirate. Sometimes, in certain cases, we might have you send you home and do a free catch where you try to catch urine from your own pet. We try to avoid that, or bring us a stool sample if we can't collect one in the hospital that day.
Okay, is there anything else that we should know about lab testing?
You know what? I think it's, going back to our previous point, I think too many people think that they only should get lab testing when their pets are sick. And I think one of the biggest things that we try to stress is preventative care. Prevent it before it happens. Don't wait for it to happen. Just to give you a small example, in cats, they develop early kidney disease when they're older, and you can't detect it sometimes just by seeing how they act. So if you do a blood work, you can now catch early kidney disease as early as to when there's only 40% loss of kidney function. You start seeing clinical signs when there's 75% loss of kidney function. So catching something like that early could save years lives and save you money on your pet's health. So I think in veterinary medicine, everything's a piece of the puzzle, and each one of these diagnostics help us put the puzzle together. If the pets could talk, or we were Dr. Doolittle and we could talk to them, then that would actually really be helpful. But unfortunately, it's not. So we got to try to piece everything together and figure it out.
Okay, well, thank you for letting us know and teaching us a little bit about the lab testing and what we should do and what should we expect.
Yep, no problem. And again, we're Prestige Animal Hospital. We're in South and North Fontana. And we look forward to keeping your pets healthy and happy with you for a long, long time.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.